Welcome to the finals. Playing against Kind. You know, the dude that makes all the trophies now. The sweetness. We won the roll. I don't know. We've been losing the roll and doing fine, but maybe winning the roll is going to be a bad omen. So, this hand is not very good. I probably keep it because I'm pretty bad at deciding on to keep or not. Nope, I mulligan. I thought that was probably a good thing to mulligan. This hand has 2 lands instead of 1, so I'll keep it. Tap land to his tap land. Drawing another 5-drop. Yeah, not what I wanted to draw. I have Lightning Strike open. Does he play something for me to kill? Crone Skyguard. I will kill it. Ooh, draw a 3rd land right on time. Crafter. Sweet. He's got Wingsteed Rider. So this is where, if I just had like Magma Spray, or Reef Soul, or, 4-leaf style of deck, I'd probably in a really good shape. But I do hit the land, which is good, but that means I can attack for 2, then trade my 1/1 in for 2 cards. I got a flyer, not bad. So another Wingsteed Rider is a little problematic. I can attack with both. I think he's going to be scared to play like, God's Willing, because I could respond after he blocks, so I hit him for a couple. Problem is this turn, this is the turn that I lose the game, I think. I drew a tap land, and I can't play my 3/3 flyer or my 2/3. So, I'm pretty sure this game's way different if I just hit on tap land. And I can slam Flurry of Horns that turn. But it is a little awkward. You know what? I wouldn't have played Flurry of Horns. I would have played Sultai Scavenger. And then on this attack, I just don't block. Jeez, Titan Strength. Okay. So I'm down to 12 already. So I'd have a 3/3 in play. And I'd be bashing in for 7. Yeah, Read the Bones is just not the card that I want right now. He goes, "Hi, Doctor. I remember your mountains. I started playing in Tempest. And I did too. It was in the next edition, yes. I actually, when I play Draft in real life, I have Urza lands are the lands that I use. So that's why I bought them from Magic Online. They're sweet lands. I am quite old, so is he. Kind of old. So now I get my 3/3 a whole turn later. And I don't get to attack the 2/3 because he could have had God's Willing or Feet of Resistance. So now he's beating down, and I'm pretty much forced to do double blocks like this. And he plays Titan Strength on the unblock guy, which is not good for me. So that's 6. 7 damage. Tamir Battle Rage, double strike, +8. So that's 16. And I am quite dead. Even if I didn't die that turn, no. Even with Flurry of the Horns attacking, if I went Flurry into Flurry, that's 4 extra damage plus 8 extra damage, 12. That might have been a closer game. If I could go turn 5 Flurry, turn 6 Flurry. But I still probably would have lost. So against them, I put in Magma Spray, the Duress to try to get the God's Willings, the Debilitating Injury just to kill their guys. Scouring Sands is not very good. I might bring in 1 and just try to make my slow part of my deck a little faster. So not so many Delve creatures, not so many Read the Bones and Sign in Bloods. So get to be on the play. Again, this hand's not good, but at least I have 2 removal spells, and 2 lands, so we'll keep it. He plays a 1/1. Don't draw land, and I can't kill it right away, so that's slightly annoying. He goes for the Dragon Mantle, which, I could Magma Spray, but he's representing God's Willing here, so I figure I gotta let it happen. So I'm pretty much putting him on. He has to have God's Willing in hand, because otherwise I would Magma Spray it. I do draw land, which is a sweet one. Here, I guess I just play read the ones because I'm never going to get a good opportunity where I'm not taking a ton of damage, and I kind of want to convince him that I just don't have removal. So I definitely take Lightning Strike. I want as many of those as possible, and I do not need Sultai Scavenger, so ship it. Another Tormenting Voice, I guess, is okay, since 2 for 1, but it's taking up all our mana. He doesn't pump, that's super interesting. So he plays a Skyguard, and he's God's Willing down. So now it makes me think he has Titan Strike, which means I can land. I can land a Lightning Strike on his Akroan Skyguard, and I don't want to land double Lightning Strike because he could Titan Strike at end of turn or in response on his Setter Hoplite to save his guy. So I figure I might as well ditch a Flurry since I don't have enough mana to cast them both. I draw a land Eternal Thirst. Land is perfect. I was kind of banking on hitting land. I figured if I didn't hit land, I wasn't able to play Lightning Strike and not kill his guy. I probably was losing this game anyway, so it needed to be an untap land too. So I already figure I'm already super behind this game. I just need to do whatever I can. Gosh. What am I thinking? I should have just Lightning Striked his Akroan Skyguard, but I think what I'm thinking is, yeah, he's going to attack. I think I want him to tap out of white here and play Feat of Resistance, which I'm pretty much saying he has to have here. God's Willing won't cut it. It's either Titan Strength or Feat of Resistance. And Titan Strength is a 2 for 1. Feat of Resistance is just a 1 for 1, but he tapped out of white at least, which is good. The problem is I'm in the same exact spot as last turn. I do hit Duress, which is super interesting, but I can't double Lightning Strike. But I still think I lead with Duress, so I figure out what's going on. Really would have liked to have hit a land there. Wow. Oh my god, so his hand is just perfect. God's Willing Feat, Fist, Rage, Titan Strength. Literally has it all. So my thought here is the only spell he can cast this turn, which is Titan Strength, which saves either one of his guys from a Lightning Strike. And if I take a white spell, he'll always have a white spell up for the rest of the game, so I don't really want to do that. Inferno Fist, I can probably 2 for 1 him later in the game. And Tamir Battle Rage just is expensive, and hopefully I can interact with it. So, pretty sure I'm interested in what other people would take here. But I need to kill his creatures. And if I let him untap, then I'm letting him have God's Willing plus Titan Strength, or Feat of Resistance plus Titan Strength open. It's just too bad for me, I think. So I definitely want to take a 1 mana spell, and the best 1 mana spell for this turn is Titan Strength. So I take Titan Strength. That allows me to Lightning Strike his 3/3 Flyer, which he cannot save now, which I think is pretty good. Now I really wish I had another land, but even if he if I had another land, I can't. Yeah, if I hadn't. Shoot! Ugh. Did I discard a land ever? No, I did not. Okay, good. If I had another land, I could just kill his guy and be winning this game very, very easily. But I can't kill his guy. So now he can safely tap out for Inferno Fist with God's Willing backup. Bash for 5. So at least if he doesn't hit another land, yeah, I hit a tap land, but at least I can double Lightning Strike here, which will trade God's Willing. And I don't want to let him untap because of Tamir Battle Rage, right? So right now, I know he has in hand Tamir Battle Rage, Feat of Resistance, and God's Willing, and 1 unknown. So he goes God's Willing, I double Lightning Strike, yeah, it's dead. So I don't even get hit by the Inferno Fist because he didn't have the mana for it. And I play my tap land, so I can guarantee play Flurry of Horns next turn, which is really sweet. So he thinks that's funny. So now he has Battle Rage and Feeder Resistance plus Setter Hoplite. So if he didn't draw a creature, I'm probably winning this game. But he drew a creature, and it happened to be a 1-mana creature. He couldn't have just drawn a Wingsteed Rider. So my play is just to put myself dead on board. Yeah, I can't really do anything other than just play this flurry. So, yeah, he's like, so where are you? Oh, he's responding to our age from the last game. I'm like, I'm 29. He's like, I'm 43. I'm like, oh, shoot. He's got me beat. So, he draws a land. So, I mean, yeah, Feeder Resistance. Make his guy a 3/3 pro red. Ooh. Sequencing error. What's he going to do? Make it pro red? Oh, you can't Tamir Battle Rage. So he messed up. So I was dead on board if he hit that land. He just needed to play Tamir Battle Rage first. That would have made his guy a 2/2 double strike. And then he would have played Feeder Resistance, giving it pro red, and then it would have been a 4/4 double strike pro red. I would not have been able to block, and I would have been dead. So he messes up on board lethal, and somehow excuse me. Somehow I'm still alive. I have a prayer. I have not dealt a single point of damage to him. But I might be able to survive, especially because I know he has Tamir Battle Rage in hand. So the problem is that he's got a 4/4 double strike trample. So I can't like chump block with this Gurpool Gear Crafter. And I can't Lightning Strike even if I had a Lightning Strike. I had to use 2 of them to kill the other guy, so really, really annoying here. So I think I have to Tormenting Voice, discard Tormenting Voice. I guess I Eternal Thirst first. So yeah, he drew pretty perfect this game, in my opinion. He had to draw a creature at that exact time, otherwise I would have been able to stabilize and really get ahead. I also just didn't play the removal in the best sequencing. I needed to hit 1 more land earlier in the game. So I figure I need to gain life and then play this guy. So this is 2 points of toughness. He can still make his guy an 4/4 double striker. So if I block 2 points of toughness, then I go take 6 and go to 1. So I figure I'm not dead on board. So he attacks. I have to block with both guys, right? Otherwise, I'm dead on board. So what does he do? Oh, he drew Titan Strength. So Titan Strength plus Tamir Battle Rage. What is going on? Why didn't he play Tamir Battle Rage right there? That would have been a 8 double strike. That would have been 16 damage. -2. That would have dealt me 14 damage, and I was just dead. I was tapped out, right? Oh my gosh. So he's just like teasing me. I'm like, alright, I'm not dead yet. Maybe I can gain some life. Maybe if I can draw Butcher's Glee. Oh, if I drew Butcher's Glee, that'd be so sick. Butcher's Glee would be interesting. I'd have to use it offensively. But still, now Tamir Battle Rage it still deals me 10, so I have to put down 4 points of toughness. Or I just have to draw Grimdark Angler. So I should Tormenting Voice, discard this Lightning Strike. But I think misplay. Yeah. I think this Lightning Strike's going to be useful, maybe because I can block plus Lightning Strike to kill the creature. I hit the Angler anyway. So let's say I still had Tormenting Voice in my hand. I could play Tormenting Voice, discard land, and then still just play Grimdark Angler. So, I'm not punished. So I get to leave open lightning strike, play angler. So right now he has one unknown in hand, plus Tamir Battle Rage. And last turn he chose not to kill us because of reasons. So not sure. He probably just has a blank or a Wingsteed Rider that he didn't want to play, or like, I don't know, whatever. So here I figure I have a ready and a black blocker back, so I'm not dead to just God's Willing plus Timur Battle Rage. And I gain a little life, so I'm doing something proactive. So yeah, Battle Rage and 2 unknowns. Alright, so he drew God's Willing for the turn. That's pretty bad for me, so he gives this guy pro black. But now I figure his guy can be a 6/6 double strike, which is 12, minus 3 is 9. So yeah, I'm actually just dead to Tamir Battle Rage. And there it is. So if he attacks, right, he's got a 6/6 double strike. Yep, and I only have 3 points of toughness back to block. So I guess so far I should not have attacked with the Minotaur. What? He has another God's Willing? How does he have another God's Willing? Like, okay, so he left me dead on board 3 turns in a row in multiple different ways. Man, if only I had like Celestial Flare or something, that would be so sick. But pro black, pro red, 14 damage. So he was going for the coup de grace, the big time money shot, the money kill. Just had it all. So we chat a little bit about this a little bit. You know, I'm trying to just kind of convince him that I think I was dead on board. And I think he just said, "Oh, he made a mistake. He should have cast Tamir Battle Rage before the Feeder Resistance." No big deal. He gave me a glimmer of hope. Would have been sweet if I could have drawn Grimag Angler earlier as well, because that way I could have put Eternal Thirst on it, and maybe got an attack or 2 in. But yeah, my deck doesn't deal with one big threat very well, which is sort of a weakness for it. So cards like Celestial Flare are what you need against this heroic deck. So I'm trying to think, you want a white control deck that plays, you know, white as a base color in control. So you pretty much need to play you could play black white and run some anglers, and you're just missing some card draw. You go Sign in Blood and Read the Bones, play some Celestial Flares. Yeah, it's probably the next deck that I'll try to blue is a good Celestial Flare deck, just to deal with these heroic decks. I think this heroic deck is very good. He did have to draw quite well. He drew 4 lands out of 17 cards. It was a pretty good draw for him. And like all of these spells were business. He got value out of like everything. And my duress was really bad. Like I had to take a Titan Strength. Like usually you want to take a protection spell, kill his guys, and then like the Tamir Battle Rage and Titan Strength should have been stranded in hand doing nothing while I beat the hell out of him with like Flurry of Horns, but didn't go my way. Very, very fun, tight game though. I hope my in-depth analysis was kind of worth listening to here. Stay tuned for next week where I brew the latest Celestial Flare control deck. Any questions, any comments, post them in the comments on this YouTube video. I will probably start throwing some of these videos up on my blog just to put them on the website there so they can see them. And wanted to make a cool little special announcement here too for all those who are still listening. Haven't got any confirmation yet, but Roberto Remedio has supposedly found a sponsor for SPDC, the Standard Pauper deck challenge tournament that we host. So he will have some more details for that coming up soon. Right now, I think it's going to be the same, like 15 bot credit tickets, and I believe the event is going to be sponsored by Card Hoarder. So definitely check them out if you haven't already. I've been looking into them more, and their prices are very competitive with MTGO traders. And if they're going to support our format, I will support them. And, it's not like we're spending a ton of money buying all the commons, but if they make it convenient and easy and contribute to our prize pool, they got my business. So I really appreciate that. Hope it works out with Card Hoarder. I hope to keep in touch with them in the future. And for anybody, who plays in SPDC events or looking to play, they run 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. We ask that you have your deck registered through pdcmagic.com. You have to make a login name and password through the Gatherling tab there, using your Moto account name. And once you have that made, you can input your deck list. And then we start at about 11:30 once everybody gets those deck lists submitted. And the tournaments are always free to enter. They're the highest value tournaments. Highest EV, let's not say highest value. They're free to enter, and you can win prizes. Typically it's 7-4-2-2, 7 credit, 7 tickets basically worth for first, 4 for second, 2 for top 4. And I've been playing these events for only a couple of years, and I'm pretty sure I didn't really buy anything on Magic Online more than just my entry fee. And I think I went from nothing to over like 200 to 300 tickets over a couple of years. And I don't really spend tickets. Maybe I'll do a draft here and there. Maybe I'll, do, some sort of, standard pauper events and some leagues that Magic Gathering Strat runs, and try to play in things like that. But if you do well at these events, you can just get a bunch of tickets, and then you can get cards for the format for free. So very fun way to get new players into the game, and I consider myself a competitive player, but just don't really have time to learn constructed formats. And I actually really appreciate Standard Pauper because no pros are playing it, so there's no like established metagame that's created by the best players in the world spending hours and hours and hours of time on it. I literally just spend usually a couple hours every weekend preparing for the tournament, brewing a couple new decks. Doesn't take long. The format's so cheap, that you can basically own the entire format for a couple of tickets worth of cards, and works out really well. So yeah, that's my little pitch for supporting Card Hoarder and SPDC. Feel free to join the events. We really hope to keep these events popular, and they just seem to be a lot of fun to play right now. The format seems very diverse, and I've enjoyed this format, but it's a little stale to me, which is why I keep brewing up new decks. But when it rotates and Battle for Zendikar comes out, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of fun new toys to play with, and a lot of shifts in the metagame that are going to be hard to account for at first. And I really like that. It's actually like it's a fun time in the format. So stay tuned. We'll have hopefully some replays of some more victories next week, and the set review coming up in a couple of weeks too. All right, thanks again for watching.